This is my review for Avengers Infinity War. Avengers Infinity War, I have fond memories when I was growing up. I went and watched this in the theater. It was a packed theater. There was no empty seats. Everywhere around me was just packed full of people. I've never been to a theater where there was more than where every seat in a theater was taken over. This was the first movie that I went to where all the seats were just taken. And then I went to Avengers Endgame and Spider-Man No Way Home. But anyways, when I watched this movie, I've never been to a movie until I went to watch Spider-Man No Way Home, where people were clapping and cheering like, woo! Too excited to see a scene and some of the Avengers come together, like when Thor gets into Wakanda and all that. So, I do have fond memories, like when I was done watching this movie, me and my friends went and hung out, and we were talking about this movie, how we thought there was a lot of issues with this movie, but we still enjoyed it. Speaking of issues, let's get to my negatives. And as always, I wrote them down. My first negative to kick off my review, Hulk should have been in this movie a little bit longer. I understand why he's not in it, how he was afraid of Thanos and all this. He was afraid he'd die, but maybe he could have been in the movie just a little bit longer. I would have liked it if he was, but the one scene where he's trying to become Hulk and Iron Man, I was just like, dude, you're embarrassing me in front of wizards. That's for laughs, but I understand why they put him in here, but I would have liked to see more Hulk. Even they false advertised it in the not in the theaters, but in the trailer that he would be in this movie longer. But I really wish he was in it longer. And, like, when Tony and Peter are going up into space, and, when they're in space and Peter gets his iron spider suit on, and then Tony expects him to go back down to Earth when they're in space, how does he expect him to get down and back to Earth? He would catch on fire. 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 Well, now that I start to think about it, he does have metal on. But anyways, that would be a tough fall because like the parachute could snap. That doesn't make any sense though. And the scene where Thanos, not Thornos, when Thanos gets the red stone, you like when Gamora so-called kills him, you can tell it's fake because like they wouldn't have killed Thanos. Like once after he gets stabbed in the neck, you're like, oh, yeah, this is all fake. And if this is true, then the movie's over. We can all go home. It was a good movie, but it's pretty short. Yeah, I understand. It's like the Loki thing. I don't like when they do fake kills, like illusions. Like I hate it when Loki does it, honestly. But I guess it was there so Gamora could cry and show that she actually feels for Thanos, I guess. What? And the scene where they're trying to get Thanos' glove off, but then Star-Lord finds out what happened to Gamora, that Thanos killed her to get the Soul Stone. If he did not hit him on the head with his stupid guns, well, they're not stupid, they're actually pretty cool. If he didn't hit them on the head with the guns, they would have gotten the glove off. But yet again, if they didn't, Avengers Endgame. Yeah, but that was still stupid that he did that. And there's hair on my computer. Oh god. What did I just do? Okay. I thought I stopped my recording because I had to brush my hair off. There's hair everywhere. God. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the Star-Lord thing. Yeah, I already proved my point on that. Okay. But there's this, towards the end, before Thanos did the thing, Thor threw his axe. Why didn't he aim for the glove? Thanos told me he should have gone for the head. If he went for the glove, he couldn't have snapped his fingers. And plus, it would take a while to get his hand out of there. Like, come here. I'm a strange kid. But that's all my negatives. Yeah, this time I didn't have that many negatives because I did like a lot of the decisions that they made. How the different stories with the stones slowly built up together in this movie. Well, they didn't all come together, but they all came together in Avengers Endgame. But I did like how the separate stories, how Thanos got there and how he got the stone and all that. And like when Thanos snaps his fingers and everyone turns to dust. Whoops, spoilers. Well, any Marvel fan has watched this, and if you're not a Marvel fan, then you really don't give a fuck. But in the end, I like this movie, and this is one of those movies that I do say you should go out and buy this. And it's still one of the best MCU movies, and it's possibly my third or second favorite. I don't know if it's better than Endgame, but I'm about to watch Endgame soon, so I can go watch Thor: Love and Thunder today. Very late on my reviews. But let's get to the stars. Action, I'm going to give it 5 stars. I'm giving action all the stars because every single action scene tops the next of each scene where there's action. The next scene tops the next. All action in this movie is incredible, and I loved it all. Comedy, I'm only going to give it 1 star because, like I said, MCU comedy doesn't work for me, but some of the comedy in this movie did work for me, though. Drama, I'm going to give it 2 stars. If I reviewed this movie when it first came out, I would have given it 4 stars, maybe. But because they're all gonna come back, because when they all turn to dust, Avengers Endgame came out like 2 or 3 years ago. Because like it's not that much drama, because they're gonna come back for that epic battle in Avengers Endgame. So there isn't that much drama. Horror, I'll give it half a star. The only horror aspects that's in this movie is some of Thanos' so-called children, as the one guy says. Because they're not really horror, but they're pretty scary looking. Suspense, 0 stars. There's not that much suspense in this movie, but I do enjoy watching this movie, and yeah, this is a must go out and buy it. And if you enjoyed this video, please like it. And if you want to journey forward, please subscribe and hit the bell notification so you will not miss any more of my videos. Until then, take care. I love you all. Bye.